Velvet. Before this video starts, I just want to say thank you so much for 400 plus subscribers. It truly means a lot to me, and I promise to keep giving you quality content from here on out. Now, let's get into something that the internet has been loud about lately. And by lately, I mean like a month ago-ish. So trigger warning for abuse. At Tyler Catastrophe is a TikTok creator known for his intense, long-term crush on YouTuber Wilbur Soot, who's also the vocalist of the band Lovejoy. Yep, big Wilbur Soot fan in the big 2026. His situation sparked major online discussion after he publicly professed his feelings for Wilbur in a 3-minute long video. Yes, the full 3 minutes. And in this video, I'll be walking you through what Tyler himself has shared, what the internet is saying, and of course my own thoughts on everything. So first, let's talk about Tyler. Tyler Catastrophe, or Tyler for short, has openly talked about his 7-year crush on Wilbur, or as Tyler likes to call him by his government name, Will Gold. According to him, his feelings started when he heard Wilbur laugh in the background of a video back in 2019.
I have had a crush on Will Gold since 2019 when I heard him laugh in the background of someone else's video and it felt like life itself leaned in to listen. Which is really inconvenient for me because I'm very much a one soul at a time kind of person, so once I develop a crush, virtually no one else stands a chance ever. And at the time, I had just broken off a terrible engagement to a guy who didn't even fucking like me. And since then, I've only briefly dated one other person who was wonderful, but it didn't work out. And so in all of that time, regardless of how many people have tried and been interested in me, I have not been able to find the interest for any single one of them because I have a fucking crush on a guy I have interacted with once. And I don't even officially know his sexuality. That's a whole other thing. And I have tried so hard to move on from this, to let it go, because I want so badly for it not to cross over into parasocial territory. But in like the 7 minutes that we spoke to each other, 1, every time we made eye contact, I thought my heart was gonna fucking burst out of my chest and fly away. 2, I was so nervous that my head just shut off and my mouth had a mind of its own. And anyone who knows me and has ever met me knows that I don't get nervous about people. What the hell was that? 3, he somehow managed to make me want to write music again, something I have not done since my last band broke up in 2019 and I got hit by a car and couldn't sing anymore. And I can sing again now. It took several years, but I got it back because I'm amazing. But how dare you pull my spark back out from underneath the ashes I spent years burying it under because it hurt too much to think about. In like 2 sentences. It's rude. And 4, he failed to take a selfie with me because he was operating on like iPhone settings and I have an Android and I accidentally called him adorable and immediately wanted to swallow my fucking tongue. Because you don't flirt with people when they're working. That's rude. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. And my point is, it's a whole thing that I would like to no longer have to deal with. And all of this is made worse because I have been recognized at every single concert I've been to in the past year and a half, including 2 of his. And I've been on the Lovejoy Nation podcast twice. So no matter how many times I try to sweep this out of the rug and move on with my life, there's always that little thing in the back of my head saying, there's a non-zero chance. Oh my god. So basically, the way I see it, I finally say fuck it. I make this video, I say it all out loud to the ether that is the internet. Worst case scenario, he sees it, he says, hey, not for me. I move on with my life, it's fine. I'm an adult, who cares? I'll take a no over uncertainty any day of the week. Neutral option, nothing happens. Oh well, I guess. Best case scenario, you know? Because honestly, it doesn't matter what I'm doing any day ever for the rest of my life. If he was like, hey, do you want to get dinner or something? I'd say yes. Obviously, I'm delusional. It's fine. But at this point, I'm just so over the not doing anything about the things that I want. You know? What's up with that? No one gets anywhere that way. So fuck it. I've said it out loud.
Which already sounds like the start of a Wattpad story, I'm not gonna lie. Some netizens speculate that Tyler deliberately used Wilbur's real name to avoid drawing too much attention, especially considering Wilbur has faced serious controversies and abuse allegations in the past, which we will get into a little bit of that later. Now, here's where things start to escalate. Tyler has also expressed a strong desire to move to Brighton, England.
Hey, my name is Tyler and I'm currently in the process of using my beaded jewelry as a means to move all the way from Texas to England.
Where, from what the internet has known, is Wilbur's residence, or used to be. While some people believe this decision is influenced by his feelings for Wilbur, Tyler has said multiple times that he also wants to move there because of football and because people keep telling him how nice it is over there.
Guy moving halfway around the world just to be closer to a YouTuber? If y'all think I would make a massive life-altering decision that takes years of work to achieve, just because I was willing to admit on the internet that I think a musician I don't know has a pretty laugh, then y'all really have the wrong idea. And I suppose you have a better explanation? I was supposed to move to Bournemouth a couple years ago. I had a job lined up, I did a ton of research, made a ton of preparations, admittedly got a little too excited because it ended up falling through at the last minute. But when I finally dusted myself off and got myself back on track, and decided I could probably just move out of the US on my own, England was the easiest choice because I had already done so much of the work. But why Brighton specifically? But when I visited England and met the people I'd hoped to be working with, I completely fell in love with the South Coast. I've always wanted to live near the ocean and it's gorgeous. And Brighton is a really popular city right now. I've got a bunch of friends and support in the area, and like with most college towns, it's got a thriving art and music scene. And people keep telling me it's the gay capital of the UK, which I think is hilarious. You expect me to believe that's the only reason? I I'm sure I'm not the only guy in the world who would let his decision to move somewhere be influenced by a sports team. And why would you like their football club if not for a crush? I grew up in the sport. My whole family played. We helped run a non-profit youth club. I was a referee for 6 years. And when it comes to the Premier League, most of the teams, Chelsea, Arsenal, Bournemouth, Leicester City, to me, they all play like assholes. They time waste, they flop, they play dirty. Brighton actually plays the game. I mean, I could talk about how rude and the heck I would be for pretty much the reason I have a fan club membership to the Netherlands national team. I talk about how much.
Which, if you ask me, 3 things can be true all at once. So, aside from selling handmade jewelry, Tyler even started a GoFundMe to help fund his move. As of 4 days ago, and as I've checked in his profile, it had already raised nearly $16,000 out of his $22,000 goal, which is insane. And the internet definitely had something to say about that. And that brings us to the bigger conversation: parasocial relationships. Tyler's public declaration have sparked debate online. Some netizens argue that his behavior borders on obsession, while others see it as harmless admiration. Now, for context, a parasocial relationship is basically a one-sided emotional connection where a fan feels a sense of closeness to a public figure who doesn't actually know them personally. Now, Tyler is aware of this term, but he insists that this isn't what he's experiencing. In fact, he believes there's still a small chance that he and Wilbur could actually become something, a little item, if you would say.
Do you know there's a difference between embarrassing and morally wrong, right? They're not the same thing. Because, oh my god, it is so not that serious. Is it embarrassing to publicly admit that you have a crush on someone? Yes. Is it also embarrassing to admit that the person you have a crush on has a larger following than you do? Yeah, sure. But having a crush and feeling emotions about a person you don't know is not inherently wrong. He's successful, and there are other people who want him, and he has a larger following than me, and I've had a crush on him for more than a couple years. But he is just a guy. Why the fuck would I want to settle for someone who doesn't have those qualities when I know that those qualities exist? But I'm not out here saying that he's the only person who's allowed to date me. He's the only one who's allowed to try, and if I just wait long enough, he'll fall in love. No! If he asked me out, I would say yes. That is all I said. It is looking at a person and saying, hey, I really like that person. It would be cool if they liked me too. And that is all it is. It's fine. This is disgustingly parasocial. Do you know what parasocial means? Do you? Because having a crush on someone is not inherently parasocial. But the thing that really gets me is that everything I said in that video, I have said several times in other videos. I just didn't put a name to it. And the second I put a name to it, y'all start acting like I'm an obsessed stalker who knows everything about him and is following him around the town. And just before I end this video, I would like the record to show that not only do I have more followers now than he did when I first found his content, but also I know who I am. And I know I can pull, and thinking to myself, hey, I bet if this guy knew me, he'd probably like me back. If there's a chance, is also not parasocial. I crush on Will Gold since 2019.
For those of you who don't know who Will Gold is, that's Wilbur Soot. That's Wilbur. You know Wilbur Soot?
Heard him laugh in the background of someone else's video, and it felt like life itself leaned in to listen. Which is,
first off, instantly parasocial, right? Instantly a parasocial thing to say.
and at the time, I had just broken off a terrible engagement to a guy who didn't even fucking like me.
Why'd you
And
engage
since
in
then,
that?
I briefly dated one other person who was wonderful, but it didn't work out.
Okay.
And so in all of that time, regardless of how many people have tried and been interested in me, I have not been able to find the interest for any single one of them. Because I have a fucking crush on a guy I have interacted with once, and I don't even officially know his sexuality.
I'm going to say this now. When Wilbur Soot's whole abuse thing came out, and loads of his girlfriends came out, or loads of his exes came out and spoke about him, he has a type. It's not him. I know what his type is. Not this guy.
And I have tried so hard to move on from this.
You clearly haven't tried enough. I'm just saying. If you interacted with this person a single time,
Because I want so badly for it not to cross over.
It has. I'm sorry. I want so badly for it to not cross over into parasocial territory. You going on TikTok and making a video saying, I have a crush on Wilbur Soot because we spoke once and I saw him off in the video. That is parasocial. That is hella parasocial. There's nothing not parasocial about that. I'm a streamer. I'm a content creator. If someone in my chat that came in here once said, oh my god, I've got a huge crush on you, that's fucking weird. And I'm not someone that finds stuff weird often. Like, if someone was like, yeah, I had a crush on you like 5 years ago, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, that's incredibly parasocial. I'm glad we haven't even spoken about the fact that it's on Wilbur Soot. That they have a crush on Wilbur fucking Soot.
But in like the 7 minutes that we spoke to each other, one, every time we made eye contact, I thought my heart was gonna fucking burst out of my chest and fly away. Two, I was so nervous that my head just shut off and my mouth had a mind of its own. And anyone who knows me and has ever met me knows I don't get nervous about people. What the hell was that?
You spoke to Wilbur Soot for 7 minutes. Every time you looked into his eyes, your heart fluttered. Wow. And your mouth had a moment of its own, and you don't get nervous. He abuses women. Did you know that?
Three, he somehow managed to make me want to write music again, something I have not done since.
Lovejoy is so fucking mid. I'm sorry. If anyone here listens to Lovejoy, number one, fuck yourself. Number two, why? Number three, it's not very good. I'm sorry. When it was coming out, I tried to listen to it because everyone was. It was just kind of.
And I can sing again now. It took several years, but I got it back because I'm amazing. But how dare you pull my spark back out from underneath the ashes I spent years burying it under because it hurt too much to think about in like 2 sentences. It's rude. And
Can you make eye contact with the camera, please? It's really just I don't like it.
four, he failed to take a selfie with me because he was operating on like iPhone settings and I have an Android and I accidentally called him adorable. And
That heart will flutter if they look into the camera almost made me fucking die laughing. That was really funny.
because you don't flirt with people when they're working. That's rude. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, and my point is, it's a whole thing.
You've taken them. The ship has sailed and you've taken crazy pills. Motherfucker, you're off. You're not on them.
So no matter how many times I try to sweep this under the rug and move on with my life.
I'm sorry. Okay. This is just, okay. Give me a sec. Good lord. Fuck it. You are not trying to move on with your life and get past Wilbur Soot if you keep going to Lovejoy concerts. Like, and going on their pod. What do you mean?
There's always that little thing in the back of my head saying, there's a non-zero chance.
There's a 0 chance. I'm telling you now. Look me in the fucking eyes. Look at my vision. There is a 0 chance. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm sorry. He abuses women. I'm not sorry. There's a 0 chance. I'm not trying to be mean or rude.
Oh my god. So basically, the way I see it, I finally say fuck it. I make this video. I say it all out loud to the ether that is the internet. Worst case scenario, he sees it. He says, hey, not for me. I move on with my life. It's fine. I'm an adult. Who cares? I'll take a no over uncertainty any day of the week. Neutral option. Nothing happens. Oh well, I guess. Best case scenario, you know?
You are not going to date millionaire Wilbur Soot because you went on TikTok and said you had a crush on him. I am sorry. 1, parasocial. 2, really fucking weird. This is so weird and parasocial.
Because honestly, it doesn't matter what I'm doing any day ever for the rest of my
Bars.
life. If he was like, hey, do you want to get dinner or something? I'd say yes, obviously.
At least, you know, at least he can say he's delusional. He is.
And honestly, that statement alone is kind of screaming parasocial. I'm not gonna lie. The situation quickly turned into meme material, with people joking, editing, and even shipping both Tyler and Wilbur together. So I guess he succeeded? To that I say, they deserve each other. But the internet didn't stop there. Things escalated even more when Tyler, quote-unquote, auditioned for Wilbur's band Lovejoy as a second vocalist back in mid-2025.
Absolutely no idea if one of my favorite bands might want a second vocalist, but I do know I am crazy enough to ask. So hi, Lovejoy. Do you want a second vocalist? You're not gonna do it. Anyway, he told me that much and now he's dead. Told me to kill 9 dungeons with a shot blow to the temple. Pick up the phone, call and do everything he says. I could take a plastic camera, we can make such a pretty picture. I'm so happy, I'm so happy. I'm pretty cool once you get to know me. I feel somewhat I broke my mind. I'm always searching for something type. How do you want me to get luck so easy? Open your arms up so quickly it scares me. She's an artist, things across my chest.
A moment that many people found both concerning and incredibly hilarious. Now, I know what you're thinking. Velvet, why is this guy catching strays left and right? It's normal to like an internet figure and express it online. And yes, that is true. But here's where things get complicated. It's not just about how Tyler is expressing his feelings, it's also about who those feelings are directed towards. Which we will be now moving on to Wilbur Soot. Wilbur has faced serious abuse allegations from his ex-girlfriend Shelby Grace, mostly known as Shovel, who accused him of physical harm. Now this was a long time ago, but a lot of Wilbur's, other than Shelby Grace, a lot of his other ex-girlfriends has also came out to say that he has acted this way for a long time, which confirms his very abusive actions. And these allegations led to major backlash as well, including a loss of over 150,000 subscribers. So, naturally, people started questioning Tyler's stance. Despite all this information being publicly available for years, Tyler has openly stated that he does not believe Wilbur is an abuser. He has made a TikTok video dedicated about him defending Wilbur, actually.
Police know that band does have abuse allegations. However, 1, the person making those accusations has a history of making false allegations. Do we not remember Parker? 2, the allegations she made were him having a messy house, her paying for her own flights, and biting that she fully consented to. 3, she made those allegations in a live stream, getting paid the longer she talked, and I'm pretty sure the VOD was also uploaded to YouTube. And as a victim myself, that just doesn't sit right with me. And 4, the backlash, completely unfounded. The only comments I'm deleting off my video are misinformation, because people are saying he's a pedophile, he's a groomer, he's whatever. None of that has any basis in any reality. I have built my platform by being authentic, kind, compassionate, and honest with the people who watch me. And regardless of what I may allow people to think about me, I am not naive and I'm certainly not stupid. All of my major life decisions are carefully thought out and carefully considered. If there was a single atom in my being that thought Lovejoy was actually made up of horrible people, I would not touch it with a 40.
He cites his own experience as an abuse survivor and argues that the situation may have been mishandled. Now, while Tyler absolutely has the right to his own opinion, especially given his personal experiences, many netizens argue that his judgment may be clouded by his emotional attachment and possible parasocial connection to Wilbur.
While I have been trying my best to avoid the whole Tyler catastrophe dilemma, today I did a deeper dive into their videos and what they believe about the Wilbur Soot situation. I wanted to specifically touch up on something that they said from 2024.
I do not think that Wilbur Soot is an abuser.
Which is unsurprising given the nature of their videos and their parasocial relationship with Wilbur Soot. In the video, they bring up 3 points about why they think this, the last of the 3 being the one that I want to talk about, and something that hasn't been given a lot of clarity on the internet.
And for the 3rd point, Shovel states very clearly in her follow-up VOD that she consented to the biting.
Yes, Shovel consents to the biting. The issue was not with the biting exactly, but the fact that Wilbur would often violate their safe word and use it as a cue to grind his teeth down.
She then went on to clarify that what she had an issue with was the fact that it hurt.
And so there was a safe word in place, which was ignored. That is the abuse. Earlier in the video, they mentioned how they are a victim themselves. Just because you have your own experiences does not mean you understand everyone else's, and it definitely doesn't give you a right to take the side of an abuser against the victim.
But even after all that backlash, Tyler doesn't really back down. Instead, he seems to ignore it and has started limiting his comment sections on his TikTok videos. And for now, that's everything we know about the situation. So let's bring it back for a second, because here's my take on all of this. In my opinion, we can't really control who people choose to like, but what we can do is educate them about the information available about that person. And if they still don't want to listen, then what are we really supposed to do about it? At that point, it's out of our hands. Honestly, this whole situation feels like an example of what not to do on the internet. And if he still thinks he has a chance with Wilbur, I mean, that's his problem now. I don't know what else to say. So yeah, that's all for this video. Be mindful and stay safe.